What if I told you your body starts quietly erasing your strength after 50? And most people don't even notice until it's too late. The real shock isn't aging. It's how fast your glutes shut down, stealing your balance, your power, even your confidence. Doctors won't warn you. Gyms won't fix it. And the longer you wait, the harder it is to reverse. But here's the twist. Just 3 simple moves can wake everything back up. Fast. No extreme workouts. No pain. The question is, are you already losing strength without realizing it? Watch closely, because what comes next might change how you move for the rest of your life. There's a quiet moment that many of us over 50 come to know, a subtle shift in how we inhabit our bodies. It's not a sudden collapse, but a gradual whisper of change, a less confident step, a fleeting wobble, a sense that the ground beneath us isn't quite as predictable as it once was. For Eleanor, a vibrant woman in her late 50s, this whisper had grown into a persistent hum. She'd always been active, always prided herself on her strength, but lately she felt a subtle decline. Her jeans didn't quite sit right, her posture felt a little less upright, and she found herself shying away from certain movements she used to embrace. She'd tried the usual advice, more squats, more lunges, but the results were negligible, leaving her feeling frustrated and, frankly, a little defeated. Was this just the inevitable march of time? A surrender to the calendar? Eleanor wasn't one to give up easily, but a sense of resignation had begun to creep in. She saw others her age struggling with similar issues, sometimes worse: knee pain, lower back discomfort, a general instability that made simple tasks feel precarious. She longed for the days when her body felt like a reliable ally, not a puzzle she was constantly trying to solve. It was during this period of quiet introspection that she encountered David, a movement specialist with an unusual approach and a profound understanding of the human body. David had a way of looking at things that immediately sparked Eleanor's curiosity. "Eleanor," he began, his voice calm and reassuring, "many people over 50, just like you, come to me feeling like their glutes have simply disappeared or gone flat. They think it's age, or that they haven't been squatting enough. But more often than not, it's something far more fundamental: a pelvic imbalance." Eleanor blinked. "A pelvic imbalance? What does that mean for my glutes?" David smiled, sensing her genuine interest. "Think of your pelvis as the foundation of your house. If the foundation is even slightly off-kilter, the entire structure above it has to compensate. In your body, when the pelvis is out of alignment, your brain struggles to properly connect with your glute muscles. It's like a faulty electrical signal. Other muscles, like those in your lower back or hamstrings, step in to do the glute's job. They try to stabilize you, to move you, but they're not designed for the primary power generation that your glutes provide. This compensation means your glutes aren't properly activated. They don't get the stimulus they need to grow and strengthen, and over time, they weaken and flatten." It was a revelation. It wasn't about a lack of effort, but a fundamental miscommunication within her own body. Eleanor felt a glimmer of hope she hadn't felt in years. "So, it's not just about doing more squats then?" "Precisely," David confirmed. "It's about restoring that brain-muscle connection first. We need to reset the foundation before we try to build the walls. We work through a sequential system. First, we restore pelvic balance. Then, we build functional strength. And finally, we target specific shaping." He introduced her to the first pillar of this system, an exercise that seemed deceptively simple: the Randi Santur Jihars, with lateral shift. "This isn't about strength yet, Eleanor," David explained. "It's about awareness. Stand with your back against a wall, feet about hip-width apart, a few inches from the wall. Gently hinge at your hips, imagining you're trying to touch the wall behind you with your glutes, keeping your back straight. The lateral shift comes in when you gently shift your weight from one foot to the other, feeling your pelvis move subtly. The goal here is to wake up those deep pelvic muscles and teach your brain how to engage your glutes without other muscles taking over. It helps restore that crucial pelvic balance and reactivate the brain muscle signal. Eleanor tried it, feeling awkward at first, a little clumsy. But as she focused, she began to feel a subtle engagement in parts of her glutes she hadn't felt in years. It was like a tiny flicker, a forgotten switch being turned back on. After a few weeks of consistent practice, she noticed a difference not just in how her glutes felt, but in her overall stability. She felt more grounded, more centered. Once Eleanor had re-established that foundational connection, David moved her to the second exercise, the pritomi, wall-facing squat with calf raise. Now that your brain is talking to your glutes again, we can start building strength, he said. The problem with many traditional squats, especially for those with pelvic imbalances, is that the body tends to lean forward, shifting the load to the knees and quads, away from the glutes. By facing the wall, your shins touch it, preventing you from leaning forward. This forces your hips to move back, directly engaging your glutes as you descend into the squat. Adding the calf raise at the top helps with overall leg strength and stability, integrating the entire lower body. Eleanor found this exercise challenging but incredibly effective. The wall acted as a brilliant guide, ensuring her form was perfect, and she could feel her glutes working like never before. The burn was satisfying, a sign of real work being done. Over time, her strength improved dramatically, and she felt a newfound power in her stride. Climbing stairs became easier, and she could stand for longer periods without discomfort. Her knees, which used to ache after long walks, felt supported and strong. Finally, with her balance restored and her functional strength significantly improved, David introduced the third and often overlooked exercise, the by-standing hip abduction with pelvic control. This one is crucial for the aesthetic and structural integrity of your hips, David explained. It specifically targets the gluteus medius, the muscle responsible for that rounded shape on the sides of your hips. This muscle is vital for hip stability and often gets neglected in exercises that focus primarily on the larger gluteus maximus. Stand tall, holding onto a chair or wall for balance if needed. Keeping your core engaged and your pelvis absolutely still. This is the pelvic control part. Slowly lift one leg out to the side, just a few inches, feeling the side of your hip engage. It's a small movement, but incredibly powerful when done correctly, preventing your hips from tilting or rotating. Eleanor was surprised by how challenging this small movement was, and how intensely she could feel the gluteus medius working. It was a muscle she hadn't truly isolated before. As she incorporated this into her routine, she began to notice a subtle but significant change in the shape of her hips, a gentle rounding, a firmer feel. More importantly, her balance improved even further, and she felt a greater sense of confidence in her movements, whether she was walking on uneven terrain or simply reaching for something on a high shelf. Performing these 3 exercises regularly, 2 to 3 sessions per week, transformed Eleanor. It wasn't just about stronger glutes, it was about reclaiming her body. The sequential system had worked its magic. Her structural integrity improved, her movement stability was dramatically enhanced, and the constant fear of stumbling or feeling unsteady began to dissipate. She no longer felt like she was fighting against her age. Instead, she was working with her body, understanding its intricate design. Eleanor discovered that the hum of decline had been replaced by a quiet song of strength and confidence. She hiked with her grandchildren, danced at family gatherings, and moved through her days with a renewed sense of freedom and trust in her body. Her story became a testament to the idea that age isn't a sentence, but an opportunity to understand and nurture the incredible machine that is the human body. It taught her, and those around her, that true strength comes not from brute force, but from intelligent movement, restoring balance, and reconnecting with the amazing power within. Strength after 50 isn't lost. It's simply neglected. Your glutes are the foundation of movement, balance, and independence, yet they're often the first muscles to weaken with age. The good news is that with just 3 focused exercises, you can reactivate them, rebuild stability, and regain confidence in how you move every day. The deeper lesson here is simple. Aging doesn't mean decline. It means adapting smarter. When you give your body the right stimulus, it responds, no matter your age. So ask yourself, have you been actively maintaining your strength or slowly losing it without noticing? Share your answer in the comments so everyone can learn from each other's journey. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Everyday Vital Path to support the channel and stay inspired for more life-changing content.